That's pretty fantastic. Also, points go out to Mel Torgeson and Dave Maynard for being the only people that have used hashtag Ignite Denver so far. Gauntlet thrown. Okay, yeah, so the next speaker that we have is Bailey, i.e. the woman I tried to lap dance. Apparently one or two of you know her. She is absolutely phenomenal, and she is also speaking on behalf of our nonprofit this evening. If you haven't already stopped by their table out front, you really should. I don't mean to be flipping you off. Holding wine, my bad. We'll use the index finger. She helps to run a really phenomenal organization that does amazingly good work, and I can't wait for you to hear more about what she and her family is doing. She is a mom of 3 amazing children. She does believe that a hot dog is a sandwich, and anybody that doesn't apparently doesn't go to Costco as frequently as she does. And yeah, I think that's about it. I mean, if there's something, is there anything else you want me to mention? Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, I did give her a very nice lap dance. She apparently wanted me to mention that twice. So far, Dave Maynard is the only one to step up. Dave, where are you? Oh, God, you're a rock star. That man is willing to hike with me. I've had 2 reconstructive surgeries on my knees, by the way, so keep that in mind, too, but always willing to work with patient people. So here comes Bailey. Prepare to listen and be really, really inspired.
So when I started thinking about what I wanted you all to know about being a cancer mom, I wrote down booze and Jesus, and you would be amazed how well those 2 things go together. So I got a second opinion from my children who can't drink, and they said, "Mommy, why don't you tell people about the kindness that we were shown?" Which is amazing because that's the backbone of Braedi and Beyond. If we can just show a sliver of the kindness our family was shown in our darkest hours, then we're doing something right. Braedi was diagnosed on March 27th, 2015, and it is honestly a day that I think is ingrained in our family's heart and our friend's heart, and she was diagnosed with high-risk acute lymphoblastic leukemia. When she went in, 97% of her blood was leukemic. So once we got through those first 72 hours, we kind of got a game plan. And she's kicked butt throughout all of her treatment. She was 2 years, 4 months old when she was diagnosed and went through 2.5 years of grueling treatment. Now I can tell you she's in kindergarten, she's 6, she has lost her 2 front teeth, and she is amazing. The only thing she actually remembers about treatment, is that she got to dunk bacon in chocolate milk. And she wonders why I don't let her do that every day now. When you hear about people speak about having a family member with cancer, they always say it's the whole family. And for me, it was hardest to see our oldest daughter, missing her sister, not knowing when I was going to be home with her, when we were going to be home, if we had to go to the hospital, if we were going to come back that night or be back in a week. I also truly believe that a big part of childhood cancer is getting people educated. And a fact that just blew my mind is that 4% of government funding, oh, there's the bacon. 4% of government funding for cancer goes to childhood cancer, for all of their cancers. So leukemia, lymphoma, neuroblastoma, all of them. With that, I think that the more people know, the more we can help, because 1 out of 8 children will not make it. So that means you'd have to sit in a room with 8 moms and look at one mom and say, your kid's not going to make it. And no mother, parent, grandparent, anyone should ever have to hear that. So with knowledge, we have power. Another really cool fact is that Colorado just got childhood cancer license plates, and you have to pay $43 to get them. Your donation, the $43 for your donation, is to recognize the 43 children who are diagnosed in the U.S. every year. Another big part is because, which is great, so many kids are surviving this disease, we don't know what the long-term effects are of having 2.5 years of chemotherapy. So with that, we had a mission, and we started our mission because the first day she got home after her first 2 weeks of inpatient, I was so incredibly overwhelmed with this new medical language that I had to learn. And part of it was each medicine has a generic name, and some of it had to be taken in the morning and at night and with dairy and without. And then I had a husband who I had to decide who was going to be in charge of the medicine. So I started drawing up, as you'll see soon on the board, these medicine boards. And the more we used it, basically the way I can explain it to you is it's just very simple color-coded. So you put a red star on your bottle and then your red star up there, and you can put what medicine and how much. And so all you have to know is red star, 5 mLs. So as I started making these, I started bringing them into the clinic, and come to find I wasn't the only one who was like, oh my goodness, this is a whole new language that I have to learn. Then I found out a lot of the people who are treated at our hospital, English wasn't their first language. So if I was struggling to learn this new medical language, I can't imagine that these parents are handed their child's life with the medicine they have to take at home and hear it. So we created these, and we've dropped off several at Rocky Mountain Hospital for Children. By several, I think we're up to about 100 now. So we've also started these bravery bags, and the best way to explain this is the day Braedi was diagnosed, we started at the zoo, then we went to the pediatrician, then to a room where they told us the noise, and then a hospital room where we didn't leave for a good 2 weeks. And we have so much support, but the last thing you're thinking of is, oh my gosh, I need a contact case or a contact solution. You just don't have that wherewithal. Or a tampon. Let me tell you, women, to find a tampon in a children's hospital is near impossible. They also come with towels in case a doctor walks in and you have to decide which half of you to cover. But also things that can just help, and they can also bring these back when you have to leave at a moment's notice to go back to the hospital. You have these bags already packed. So the parents will get these on the first night that they are at the hospital and throughout treatment. Thank you guys so much for coming out.
Are you okay? I told her she did really, really well, and she goes, well, it was a lap dance. So I'm taking credit for that last talk. By the way, cried like a baby during both of the run-throughs. I hope it impacted you as much as it impacted me. As a parent, it was something that I never thought about and took for granted. So if you can help out, please do. Believe it or not,